Hi, Chica. Wow, from Northern California.
I see Donnie. See Narhee.
So we back now? I guess so.
Yeah, we're alive. See you right here.
Right.
Kind of, sort of.
Are we alive, Charles?
It's not really small.
Yeah.
There we go.
How do we look? From here, it looks like we're so bright.
Yeah, well, we're kind of bright, but I'm sure our camera person's going to switch between a few shots right now, just make it interesting.
There you
There
go.
we go. Look at that.
Charles, you made the cut. You made the
I
cut.
made the cut. I'm not even on that one.
Actually, your arm made the cut.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. That's the other camera.
All right.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Producer.
So many.
Oh,
Wow.
no slouching, no slouching.
Did you learn this at the AREAA leadership?
I did. It's great, you know. Yeah, we got Donnie over there.
Wow, look at him, he's sitting
Yeah.
waiting.
I know.
Yeah, Donnie.
Hi,
you,
Donnie.
where are you? Are you somewhere we all want to be, basically?
Donnie, can you do a handstand?
Wow. All right, so quiet here. I've got 4 lively guests. They're not even saying anything. They're all in sales too.
No,
We're,
Oh,
we're waiting for the dinner you take
Yeah.
us after.
Oh,
Thanks,
the
Charles.
dinner.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna go.
Hey,
Wow.
Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Michelle
Hey,
Nguyen.
Nguyen.
Michelle, hi.
So we've got
Oh,
Texas,
yeah, yeah,
Ventura
from,
County,
San
we've got
Antonio.
Florida, we've got Sunny, and it's Sunny, you're driving that crazy midlife crisis
Hi,
BMW.
Esther.
Oh my God,
Esther.
yeah.
Esther.
Hey, Sonny.
Esther.
Why didn't you guys come to my open house?
Right.
Hello,
Oh, we got a whole
everyone.
ton of people now, you know, actually from your phone, I can see my live feed, you could share that from that. They could just join you and be live. So we got a whole 2 people on live, so look at that,
Wow.
we got 12 people.
Somebody on the
Season
phone.
finale.
Almost as many people, right?
Okay, let's
So-
get more people on here.
Yeah,
Hold
come on,
on.
Brian,
Yeah.
let's get on that. We'll let you do the social media.
Share.
portion of that thing.
Christine.
Oh, Christine Chow, where is she?
Join the-
Oh, yeah, we gotta turn this down right there.
Oh, boy, Donnie, is that going in the water? Oh,
Is that in? Almost in, right?
oh.
All right, Cynthia, change it up a little bit here and see some different angles. Wow, look at that. Brian is hard at work. Let me sit down here.
I shrunk. I'm shorter now.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you gotta
It's
sit
just
down,
amazing.
otherwise we only see you.
Oh, and I'm even getting a phone call from Judy Moon. Let's see.
Wow.
Let's see if we
Everybody
can
working
FaceTime
hard.
Judy Moon. Oh, she's refusing.
Oh,
Hey, Judy.
Hey Charles, how can I join it? Because I can see your face, but I don't know.
Well, we sent you the Zoom link around 3 months ago. Let's see.
Go on Facebook Live.
Yeah, so look for that, or just go on Facebook Live and make all kinds of comments about Brian's jacket and ask him how many sequins there are on his jacket.
Oh my
If
God,
anyone could guess, we'll give away a story.
Like, you know, oh yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
it's
all right.
stay in the water.
Mhm.
All right, look at that. Seattle wants to join us. Oh my gosh.
I did not receive the Zoom link. Charles didn't send the Zoom link. I have to go to Facebook page to get them.
But you
That
have
sounds
it.
Ah,
Actually, if you guys could send the Zoom link to a few people, we're kind of doing a live broadcast here, so we're a little busy, right? And we have the lovely Cynthia Wong doing camera duties because she showed up.
Yay,
thinking
Cynthia.
It was all gonna be on Zoom, but it was actually.
And she
live
just came
here.
for dinner.
Yeah.
I was
Oh, I get it.
Put her to work.
Ah,
Put her to work.
ah,
Charles, you maybe
Cynthia.
I want to see half your face.
Oh, that's okay.
Hi,
No,
Cynthia, how are you?
No, but the half the
Oh
shot.
my gosh, I don't get
The
to
other
see your
side, yeah.
face.
Oh,
Oh, no,
Well,
it's okay. I
The
wasn't
side
looking
shot
at
is more for you guys, and I'm just kind of.
Charles did lose 22 pounds. He's disappearing, so make sure he gets
Oh,
How
it.
you
I
doing
miss
from
you.
San Antonio, Texas? Maybe she's a little busy in the middle of the Zumba class. But let's
Yeah,
see who else.
yeah.
Well, you know, we've got a whole, look at this amazing leadership pool we have, 12 people. I mean, who would have figured? Remember when we had Zooms like early March, right, of 2020? And there'd be like 100 people on Zoom. You would do anything. Happy hour, 40 people show up for no reason. And now
Right.
you can't even get 12 people to show up on the Zoom. You know, it is
Raffle
amazing.
off a rice cooker or a karaoke
All right,
machine.
so
you know?
let's raffle off a
Yeah.
rice cooker, right? Oh, we
Right,
got 6 people there. Come on, Brian, start commenting on.
Yes, yes.
That's your job.
Put me to work. Put me to work.
Ivan, I think, is on some sort of employment kind of.
Pre-birthday. Ivan's birthday
That's
tomorrow.
right. Ivan Choi's birthday
Yes.
is what, tomorrow?
Tomorrow. he's officially
Tomorrow.
turning
No,
29.
no.
birthday, Ivan.
29 years old.
Well,
He's 29
Thursday,
years old.
Thursday.
That's right. Oh, we've got. the
29.
Coming up.
28.
28?
Yeah.
Oh, 28.
28.
28, that's half his age? What? 1928?
You're so
Yes.
mean.
Yes, Mas Mite.
All right,
Yes,
wow,
Mas
Cynthia,
Mite.
you're doing a good job. Look at that angle.
Hi, Han.
Okay.
Hi, hon.
Oh.
Hello,
Hi,
Octopus.
Hey, hon.
Aw,
Hey.
thanks for joining.
This is amazing. Now we've got like 8 people on Zoom. All right, almost as many people in here in the studio. It's got a 1-to-1 ratio, right? Well, it'll be saved wherever. Well, hey, thanks for joining. I'm sure gonna be more people coming on the show, but hey, how many episodes did we do, Narhee?
Oh my goodness, we did 52 spectacular episodes. It was amazing.
Amazing is it's the guests that make the show, right? We're just bumps on a log saying the same thing over and over, week after week. But it's the new stories that we have. And how did this start, Narhee? How did Escrow Tuesdays start?
Oh boy, and that's what everyone asks. And it started as a joke.
That's right.
Yeah, we just kind of said, yeah.
It's like
It
Dogecoin.
started as a joke and we
Yeah,
just kind of
Dogecoin.
talked about it. And then he said, oh, let's just try one. And I said, okay. And that was the start and the end of it. We did 52 of them.
Yeah, that's not exactly that way, but that's like the shortened version. But the real
Yeah, it's a short
real version,
version.
I'll name some names and stuff. So Narhee was working with Alex Z on like some feng shui stuff. And feng shui is very interesting. For an hour straight of feng shui with no break and no break in the talking, it became a lot of information to absorb, right? You got how many minutes, 10-minute span, 4-minute span, and people start kind of tuning up, especially when it's just straight info. So I said, Narhee, you're an escrow star. Why don't you start a show, call it Escrow Tuesdays? And I kind of felt bad that I said that, you know? Well, shoot, we gotta now do this. So I had just closed one of the larger deals in a while, and it was absolutely crazy stories. I said, why don't we just start a show sharing crazy stories about escrows? Okay, you guys in New York and stuff, you guys don't do escrows, you guys do attorneys. Things. Same concept though, you know, crazy deal stories. And everyone's got a crazy deal story, right? Maybe your first deal, maybe your last deal, maybe the deal you want to forget. And we kind of started off with that. We had Jerry Wu as our very first guest as board member and Narhee, and they were integral in that actual transaction. Then I'm like, who else we got? And I said, all right, let's get someone, you know, really nice and pretty. I mean, Jerry, you're nice, but so we got
Jerry's pretty.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Pretty good at guitar.
So we got to Jasmine Nguyen, who's the attorney, real estate attorney in Sacramento. I figured, well, let's talk about earnest money deposit. It was an issue where it was getting hung up on a lot of transactions. She's a real estate attorney and she was on our CDC board. So I had her on. And then it kind of rolled from there. I said, oh, let's get Tina Mack. You got some lady with wild blue purple hair on. And then we had, you know, Sonny early on. We had Chris Lem early on. Then I decided, all right, let's interview, you know, new AREAA leaders. You know, yes, we interviewed Don Pagaro, we interviewed a few veterans, but largely the new incoming people. And they were so new, they didn't even know each other. We would have these, remember, Narhee, we would have guests. And
the surprise segments. Yeah.
And we go, who is that? And people are like, oh, and then we had an argument, like, who is this person? And, you know, they were talking about, oh, that's that lady from OC. All right, we go, oops, it's not. But, you know, the whole point is, hey, running a chapter is hard work, right, Chris? Is it
Absolutely.
easy?
It's not easy.
It is not easy. And what we wanted to do was go around the country. We almost got them all, right, Narhee?
Yeah, we almost did.
Yeah.
But
Honorable mentions we couldn't get to, and that was Sanam from DC. So Sanam in spirit, we will get to you somehow, maybe when you become an AREAA legend, of course. We also missed out on the gentleman in Toronto. Who would that be, Brian? All right, forget it.
Right, yes.
Yeah. Who is the first one in Toronto? All right, is this a quiz? No. How about
Winston,
you?
we're not
Winston
at the
Chen.
quiz part yet. We can't give
Yeah,
away prizes so fast.
Stephen Chow, right? I mean, oh wait, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, you know.
Well, to be fair, because of COVID, we're not able to have,
Yeah, go,
you know,
go.
connect with Canada. So now they're opening back.
Be fair, Charles.
Yeah.
Toronto chapter, and then we couldn't get Christina Comstock and Byron. For some reason I missed that, and but we'll somehow make it up to you guys. And then I believe a few people that were transitioning, like Abby from Boston.
Abby.
So we're gonna miss her. But for the most part, we got everybody covered, everywhere from Central Valley to, I think we missed Kyle from one of the New Jersey chapters. But, you know, we got a few people from New Jersey. We had, you know, somebody from Denver, the new lady, the amazing singer. Do you guys know who that is? Obviously, they've been watching every show. So they know exactly what we're talking
You got a
about.
quiet group.
Yeah, that was Tina Lombard, so.
Oh, that's
you know,
right. Yes,
Come on, Tina
absolutely.
Lombard, you
Yeah,
know, she
yeah.
sang the national anthem at the Aspen thing. I'm sure everyone here was invited to Aspen, right?
Right, all 75
Yeah.
people out of the
Oh.
17,000
Yeah,
members, correct.
17 members. So we always talk about in Escrow Tuesdays how, you know, it's 42 chapters, 17,000 or so members. I mean, that's always such a small percentage of, you know,
Right.
the general membership on us. So we thought, well, we have to celebrate the leadership. And then hopefully I hear Garrett Gang, I don't know if he's on yet, but Garrett was gonna start, I believe, a show to highlight chapters and go around the whole country.
Wow.
And he actually said, oh, I'm waiting for Escrow Tuesdays to end so he could start that. And I'm like going, okay, because we had to pick a day, right? Everyone's having events on Thursday. Everyone's having events on certain days, so we kind of took about. I felt kind of honored that some people would like not have an event on Tuesday morning because of us. Well, maybe not all chapters, but.
Right. You're saying you didn't have any competition, is what you're
Yeah,
saying, so that,
no, I don't know
throwing
about
that out there,
Yeah.
throwing
but
that
I
out
mean,
there, you can't have ABC and NBC
Yeah.
and CBS, so you can't just,
Exactly right.
you
But
can't
it
be
wasn't that
Fox
way.
by
We
yourself.
we wanted to be consistent, right, Narhee? I mean, to really,
Right.
every Tuesday, might have been 11, might have been 12, but we always wanted, and then who was the one person that was so difficult to schedule that we had to have in the afternoon?
Oh, she's actually on the call, huh?
That's right, Michelle.
Michelle.
The last and most elusive guests, you know, everyone else I say, hey, can you be on the show at 11 o'clock, 6 Standard Time on Tuesday? Yes. I mean, it was always like, okay, I'll be there. And then I got, let me check my schedule. I've got meeting every Tuesday and I don't know if I can do that.
I think that's smart though, Michelle,
Yeah, play right.
she doesn't want to overcommit, right, and
Yeah.
change, I think that's
Yeah.
smart.
That was
I got you, Michelle.
Charles will never let me forget this forever.
Yeah.
Man, I need a haircut, Brian, you're right, I got
Yeah.
this like waterfall kind of thing.
Well,
going on.
I know someone, $7, I could cut your hair for you. No appointment needed.
Well, speaking of $7, it's probably gonna be a little more than $7, but Narhee, what's going on here? And then, you know what, maybe you could try to message Liza to get on here so she could explain the significance of this amazing shoot that we've got showcased here. And thank you, Mindy, for having this clothes hanger thing conveniently in the studio.
Yes, our
Yeah.
very.
Yeah.
The show.
Like,
Right,
where are we gonna have as a banner, you know, or a marquee
Yeah.
thing, but it was,
Perfect.
so we'll talk about that. That's gonna be something we're gonna start. I don't know, we don't even know what it's gonna be, but we're gonna go around and interview in person, you know, living legends of AREAA. And Alan, you know, this was also starting off as a joke.
Mm.
This was, this picture was taken at the Dallas, you know.
Installation, yes,
A few of you guys were at.
yeah,
And there was a picture of Alan, this is it, and it looked so cool that we're like, someone joked, I don't know who it was, hey, put it on a t-shirt, you know, that's kind of the joke.
right.
I said, okay, and then I saw that it was $150 for even 4 of them, I'm like, oh geez, should I
Wow.
do it? And I'm like, all right, I'll just do it, you know.
Charles
So
is asking
impatient.
for reimbursement for the one.
Yeah, exactly. No, I wanted to have them like for the next event or whatever, so
Sure.
that's what we did, and thankfully it caught on, so we will actually have these available at the National Convention, and it's gonna be in conjunction with a donation to AREAA Foundation. So, you know, what better way to, you know, give to the foundation, have a legend on your front and back. So we'll see, I think Liza Fong is in charge of this from San Francisco. I figured she's a local to take care of it. So that's kind of coming up, but Yeah, thanks for making the time, each Tuesday for each of the guests here that are on that came and gave, a good hour of their time. The first few episodes, it took many hours to prepare. And by the time we got to Michelle, it was easy peasy, only like 10 minutes. But honestly, some of it were a lot of fun. Cindy Tran here is one of my favorite episodes.
Oh yeah, she covered
Not
all the
because
means
she's
of
here
the
or
real
anything, but
estate.
yeah.
No, but honestly, if you go on
Yes,
our website,
yes.
if you go on our page, I don't know if Narhee will be able to share it. If you go on our page, she's actually, it's Cindy Hansen's interview and also, Cindy Transit one, and it's just a lot of fun and it's just funny. Some flow really well, some were a little herky jerky. Should I name the ones that was kind of
No,
herky
don't
jerky?
do
Okay.
that.
Actually, Charles, that brings up a good point. So if Cindy was one of the favorites on the show or episode, what other episodes was memorable for you? And Ari, maybe you guys could share.
Yeah, I mean, early on, we had Rhonda Chingday from the Aloha chapter, right?
Aloha, Rhonda.
Yeah, and she had one of the more eerie, crazy stories. I mean, it was a haunted, like abandoned something with bodies in the trunk of the car. I mean, it was
Wow.
a little freaky.
Was that in October? Was that an October show?
I can't remember, but that was some
Right.
interesting stuff. Cindy Hansen's deal didn't close because it had what was that, the 13 steps to hell on the entranceway?
Yeah.
Was the landing 14th step or was it not? And it killed the deal. We had a buck naked mannequin that was actually looked like a real person that Morel Samonte, right, of Chicago had.
Butt naked, huh?
Yeah, and she sent the real pictures to us afterwards.
Right.
We're like, holy crap. And it looked so realistic that we're like, oh, wait a minute, is that
No.
real? It was.
Yeah, but it did. It had like moles on the legs. I mean, it was
Yeah.
just so
Like
realistic
moldy
where it
legs.
was just,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm all about the moldy face. Thanks,
Yeah.
Charles.
I do like moldy legs.
Oh, holy.
But
You know what, but one of my favorite is the getting married to close the deal. Do you remember that,
Oh,
Charles?
yeah, that was Dan King and
Yes.
basically,
He got married to close a deal?
yeah, everyone did. They had a group wedding and they said, all right.
Let's all post that on Facebook. right
Yeah,
now.
so
Yeah.
apparently it was some sort of title issue where they were, and the easiest solution was, well, just get married and then,
Yeah.
there's some quick claim deed or something. So that was a pretty extreme thing, right?
Just like that.
They
Yeah.
said, hey,
Wow.
we're trying to close this deal and we've got a problem. Like, can you guys get married? Like,
Okay,
Like
here
today.
it goes.
yeah.
Yeah. So
exactly.
I'm gonna
Wow.
share a little clips of it here.
Oh, wow.
Let me
okay.
know if you could hear it.
Let's see. Well, I don't know if you allowed the, whatchamacallit,
Aw. Yeah.
when you reshare, you have to put the audio on, remember? You have to click that thing.
Okay.
Come on, Narhee, Zoom 101.
I know, but if you would think by now,
You have to hit those
I would
bottom two little things,
Yeah.
optimize for video. But, it's funny, like at the beginning on Zoom, everyone's camera looked like they were like peeking above like a ledge and it was all black and it was really bad. And by the end, you didn't have to tell anybody, hey, put your picture in the center and do all this stuff, right? At the beginning, people looked awful on camera, and they were just it was really bad. But people then finally got the hang of it. So I never, after the 10th episode, I never had to say, hey, can you fix this or that? I mean, Chris came on, right? And he had 5 GLA AREAA banners in the back standing in the studio. That was pretty cool. Yeah, there you go. Well, there's Dan King and I see a black piece of something.
let me see if this will work.
Let's see.
There you go. Charles, I like your hair in that photo. Maybe you
You
need
do?
to get back to there.
Look at that blazing speed we've got. It just never really.
Oh,
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Are we looking for sponsorship for Escrow Tuesdays? Do you have anyone?
Not really, considering the show is ending, so,
Like Crystal Gager Waters? or anything?
unsullied by sponsorship, we didn't
Yeah.
have to cater to anything, we just did it
Right.
on our own, and it was just fun to hear the different levels of experience from, like your chapter, Chris, is one of the largest in the system. Orange County is good size, LA Coastal, you would say is kind of an up and coming, kind of mid-level size one. And then you got ones that just started like Michelle. And it was really great to hear the different experiences that people had in running a chapter, because I just feel that, the whole leadership and the chapter thing, I'm not saying overlooked, but it's not really put in the spotlight as it should. And so I thought my way during the secretary year was, well, let's just do a show about the people and especially in the leadership chapters, and then find out who got you into AREAA, right? That's always an interesting story. Like your inspiration was Alan Chang. Brian, can you share us how you got into AREAA?
Yeah, actually, Aaron Yu with Central Escrow asked me to come to an AREAA meeting, and I thought, AREAA, geez, it sounds like Amway or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah, expecting the multi-level marketing thing.
Right, yeah, but it wasn't the case, and the rest is history. I think once I met a lot of the leadership and how amazing everyone that's participatory, and in addition to that, it's near and dear to my heart being Asian. I'm actually the first in my family in the United States to own a home, which allows me to provide for my family. So Charles, you always talk about whatever decision you make, does that help AREAA? Does it help with home ownership? I think that's really the key as to why we get involved with AREAA.
Right now, thank you very much, Brian, for that testimonial.
Thank you.
See, it sounds more like a cult church group now.
Did I earn a lobster pasta dinner tonight, Charles?
Exactly, yeah. No, but it is about that, and a lot of people will call me and say, hey, we got this issue here, what do we do? I've got a nutcase on my board, or I'm doing an issue. Hey, I can say that, right? We'll have those. And the easiest way to deal with it, Narhee, is, all right, is it have something to do with Asian homeownership, right? And is it in kind of the area that you're, if you're the Dallas, if you're the Atlanta chapter, you got the whole state, right? But is it within your sphere of influence? And number three, is it engaging and fun? That could be two different things.
You mean we gotta have fun while we volunteer?
Well,
Okay.
When you're running a board, as you guys know, near the end of your term, no one's listening to you, and it's hard to get people to a board meeting. So you start having it at fancy restaurants and people start showing up. Or you start sending Starbucks gift cards to try to get them to do stuff,
That sounds like Tri-County, Charles.
Yeah,
That's the
I-
example
Yeah.
that
Or it sounds
Yeah,
like personal
Yeah,
problem.
well, Brian, you're more into tough love. I can't do tough love, I've got to shower with kindness, so.
Everyone's mad at Charles
Yeah,
most of the time, but not today, not today. We're not.
Hopefully not.
No one's mad at you.
Yeah, so that does help a lot, but it is just those, especially in leadership, all right, I got a problem here, I've got a board member that wants me to have their, favorite charity to speak at our gala for 10 minutes, like going, 10 minutes, shoot.
30 minutes.
Yeah, my introduction speech is gonna be only 2 minutes, so, what's our lane? It's Asian homeownership, right? It's great to do charity work for others and to really give back, but in the end, our fight is, exactly what Brian.
Closing the
mentioned.
gap in homeownership.
Yeah, when my family, me, my mom, my brother, after my dad passed away, we went to go buy a house. We sold our house in Japan. And my mom was a hostess at a restaurant, and me and my brother were dependents, pulling cash away from the family. And we had to put 65% down, almost 70% down. And we barely got the loan, and the rest of the history. But it wasn't easy to, because it was, you're self-employed, right? My mom had no credit score or anything because she didn't believe in debt. So all those things. So when I heard about AREAA, I go, oh, this is cool. We could go to networking events. But then I found out the real mission. I'm like, okay, I could get behind this. It's a great cause. So thank you all you leaders for doing all this stuff. Hey, Sonny, are you still on the golf course? Let's see,
No, I'm not on a golf course.
No, you're not.
I think
You
Donnie
think,
is.
you think Sonny plays golf
Only
all the time?
Donnie.
He sells
He was
homes.
Donnie.
Come on.
That was Donnie, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, hey, Sonny, so what's cooking in San Francisco?
Beautiful 65 degrees and sunny, beautiful weather everywhere. Come on up again this October, and then we will party. We have a national convention.
Right. So tell us,
We'll be there tomorrow, Sunny.
yeah, we'll be there, Tony. Can you tell us a little bit about, I guess you'd be the de facto representative, right? I don't think Liza's on. So tell us a little something about where you're gonna take us in Chinatown. Are we gonna have some underground mahjong going on and some underground clubs down there? Tell us what's gonna happen.
So we can do all three at once. There's a Chinatown Underground Club that can host probably about 100, 150 people. And
Right.
karaoke, and also basically do a lot of networking. Chris, you guys got to come down, bring your young energy with you. That we'll make it the most happening national convention
Sunny
ever.
Chan. Yeah.
Wow, someone said, who's that?
Who are you? Identify
Yeah,
yourself.
ID yourself.
Yeah.
Sunny Chan, the life of the party.
Yeah.
And he's a match for Randy Char on the dance floor.
Wait, what do we know about Sunny? What do we know about
Well,
Sunny?
Sonny, I mean, he had some great, so he was actually also early on, and it was a lot of fun to hear his story. And, like I said, early on in the Escrow Tuesdays thing, I think it was like 6 or 7 or whatever it was in episode wise. And, he was an all-around good guy. I mean, it's obviously, Sonny, you were chapter president of San Francisco when?
2018, 2019, most
Wow.
crazy time of the year.
Right. Nice sunglasses, by the way. Are those new? Wait, did I?
No,
San Francisco
That was
chapter did
all-
an amazing talent show back in 2017, or is it 18, Sunny?
Right, that's right.
We saw you in White
Yeah,
Sox,
we did.
remember? White Sox.
White Sox, and
Yeah.
he came out in basically Fruit of the Loom briefs.
And then the whole policy and guidelines around talent show changed after
Yeah,
that. So
no.
thank you.
That's right.
Thank you,
No,
Sunny,
he
for
did
that.
he did the, what is that, risky business kind of thing.
Yes, and Top Gun, he did Top
He
Gun.
ran in
yes.
there and he basically got burn marks on his knees sliding down, on
Yes,
the
authentic.
stage.
We
Oh,
wanted to keep it
God.
It's
authentic.
good, yeah. Did you ever, how long did it take you to heal from those skid marks on your knees? And then
yeah.
he worked it. It was hilarious. And I think the rest of the board came out in tidy whities, as I remember. Maybe he was the only one. I don't know.
Well, one thing I do
No,
know
no.
is Sonny's an avid golfer. He likes to share his cigars, but most of all, he likes to help the AAPI with home ownership. So congratulations,
Yeah.
Sonny.
And
Well,
Sonny's
thank you
the
so
guy
much.
that if he finds out I'm in town, he'll call me, hey, what's your flight? You need a ride. He picked me up to go to the, one of the, I think it was the, the San Francisco, event. So, great guy. And that's the beauty of AREAA, right? When you start
Yeah.
learning, and especially when you become a president, I go,
Right.
what are the benefits? It's like president to president, like you call Chris, hey, I got a deal in LA, I need to refer out, and you're the contact. Maybe it's not you that's gonna work on it,
Right.
somebody else. Somebody from Ventura County, somebody from
Yeah,
Texas, somebody
that's
from
right.
Florida. It's such an awesome connection because you're working with friends that you guys have a common kind of theme with Asian homeownership.
And sports teams, because Sonny loves the Dodgers, the Lakers, right? He's super
There you go.
supportive of the LA
It's
teams.
funny,
I'm just kidding. You can see him wearing San Francisco.
There you
His-
go.
The Warriors, I think
Is
the
that the
Warriors,
Padres?
how they
No,
looking next year, Sonny?
Yeah, talking about sports team, do you remember that episode with Han where she was just like
Oh, yeah.
the luck of the, oh yeah.
Is she
Remember that,
on?
Han? I'm here.
Yeah, so Han basically said, hey, on our top, so we always have a top 5 list because we want you to promote stuff. It could be top 5
Right.
reasons why you should use me, top 5 reasons why you should visit my city or anything. We said, just come up with anything. And she says, all right, I'm gonna take the top 20 live sports moments I've attended. And she had these detailed things going through as far as, all right, I was at this Notre Dame game with Syracuse and it was, fourth quarter. I mean, she was so detailed, and remembered everything. So, hey, give us a few exciting moments that you've experienced.
Oh, I've seen Celtics, Chicago Bulls game. Was it round 1 playoff? That was the one that went into like 7 games. It's probably one of the best NBA playoff you can go to. I saw.
Hey, how come we're not on a hammock hanging out in the backyard? That's looks like really comfortable there. Oh my gosh.
That's because
Sorry,
you don't live
Anya.
on the you don't
Let's
you don't
all
live
move
on the
to
Gulf
Alabama.
Coast.
I can feel that humidity. All right. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Sonny, I'm sorry. Okay, so you had Michael Jordan. You're hanging out with Michael Jordan on the bench. You're
No, and
You remember she tailgated with Christy Yamaguchi?
Oh, there you
That was-
go.
Yeah,
In
that was
San
because
Francisco.
of, yeah, that's because of the San Francisco chapter. They let me tailgate with them before the 49ers Seahawks game. That was the game that the 49ers lost their undefeated streak in 2019.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I'm going to a Patriots Saints game on September 26th in Boston because
Go Saints.
because the new Patriots quarterback or one of them is from University of Alabama, Matt Jones, I think. So I'm gonna go over there and go see a game. So basically, if you want to say thank you to me, I don't like dessert, but I will always take a live event ticket.
Mm.
Oh, wow. So no tiramisu for you. It's
No,
basically a Laker
no.
ticket. I don't know
No
any
cordon
tiramisu.
bleu or Martel XO or anything
Yeah,
like
I
that.
don't know
Just
anything, any
straight,
dessert that costs
That's a good
$28.
box seats.
I don't like
VIP
sweets
box
either,
seats.
so I'm gonna start saying that now.
Right.
That's
there you go.
perfect.
Yeah, I don't like sweets.
I don't
but
like sweets, but if you wanna buy me a Louis Vuitton bag.
Right. Gift certificate to Chanel.
Yeah.
Why not?
Right, so if you want Cindy transpose, hey, it's not announced yet, but amongst the leaders that we did interview, there are going to be some upcoming, leaders, and I've heard that there's an unprecedented amount of people that applied for leadership positions this year. So congratulations to everybody.
Congratulations, Charles.
Everybody, I luckily put my job request in earlier because I was inspired by Brian to take his spot that he had to, basically he won it, and then he just said, Charles, you go take it. And all I did was raise my hand and I got elected. So I thank you.
It took a lot of ramen and sushi to
I
do
know.
this, Charles.
So I've got a job for next year, as your national treasurer, but yeah, it's gonna be exciting stuff. And what's great about interviewing these people, Narhee, that there were new people that you kind of didn't know. So that was pretty awesome.
I think it's very healthy for AREAA to see a lot of people put their name in the hat because
Yeah.
in the past, there were few candidates, but it's exciting because you have so many more options. And at the end of the day, what's best for AREAA is best for all of us, right?
Wow, I didn't even have to script that, there we go.
Lobster pasta, Charles.
Lobster pasta. I'll just take the.
Nari, I'll eat your portion as well, but yeah, thanks.
Who else do we have any other shy people on Zoom here? Who hasn't talked?
Oh
Narhee?
my
How about
goodness.
Donnie from Florida?
Yeah,
He's like the furthest.
Yeah, Donnie,
Yeah.
let's hear the elevator pitch. We could always start that, right? Let's see.
What's happening there? Escrow Tuesdays.
So Donnie,
Well, you're on the
Congrats on
spot
the
here. We
full
didn't have this
52
portion
episodes. Awesome.
going. All right, so elevator pitch on, I don't know, just about anything, but what's cooking in Florida?
What's cooking in Florida? It's sunny. Kids are going back to school. Everybody's trying to stay safe. So stay safe, everybody across the country. It's a little crazy down here in the COVID world. But yeah, we're getting ready for the retreat this weekend for the board. The convention
right.
coming up. Just a lot of great things, a lot of great live events.
Right, I know, Chris, you're gonna be in Lake Tahoe. I'll be there, and hard at work, right? We have to go all the way to Tahoe to plan.
What are you doing in
2021.
Tahoe?
Well, actually, not Tahoe. Where I'll be is in San Francisco.
yeah.
This is a really cool book that was given to me by a very special person,
Oh, we wanna know.
Amy Kong, and it
Wow.
features some pastel Victorian architecture and historical landmarks, all in San Francisco. So we'll see you guys all at the National Convention on October 7th.
Wow, look at
Yeah.
that.
Good deal.
Unscripted,
There you
just
go.
promo right there.
Right, promo. Amy, great job, Amy.
Wow.
They say, talk about yourself, and he just starts whipping out the AREAA kind of thing. Man, he's drank the Kool-Aid.
There we go.
Charles, I don't know what you're talking about, that people just randomly pick on materials to promote AREAA and shameless plugs like that. We don't do stuff like that.
So, Brian, so.
Okay, let's have Cindy. Cindy
so
hold that. There you
what's
go.
this all about?
All right, Cindy.
Hey, Chris, make sure you hit us up when you come to San Francisco. Okay, Chris?
State of Asia American. Should that say Asian? No.
Yeah.
It is Asian America, yeah.
It says stop Asian hate.
All kinds of stats on, who you are. And there's Amy from the president, Amy Kong, amazing leadership and.
Discusses how COVID-19 impacted the Asian
Wow, that's
community.
a lot of great stuff.
And so there's a digital version of this online, right, Charles, that members can access?
Right.
Yes.
So it's pretty awesome there.
Oh, this is
I don't know if Nara, you could pin the main screen there so we could see a little
good.
bit.
How
better.
affordable are the locations where mortgage-ready Asians live?
Right.
Interesting.
What is that all about? Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It shows where the Malaysians are moving to, you know, a lot of them are moving towards your neck of the woods, Han, so.
There's Alabama right there, I
Yeah,
see it, yes.
Get ready to prepare more hammocks, you know?
Got a lot of details on the first page right here, and it shows a little bit about where the Asian population is moving, and there's nothing like it, right, Brian?
Oh, no, absolutely. So simple, great resources,
Right.
not only for you, but for you professionals out there. It's a way for you to understand where the area of opportunity and how we can serve the community.
Another subject that involves people like Mindy and Cindy is that I got accused of, hey, how come you only have pretty ladies on Escrow Tuesdays? You know, we had, you know, show after show, powerful and beautiful women on, and Charles like, oh, what are you doing? Come on. But honestly, if you look at this year, chapter leaders, you know, all across the country, I think it's just something that Amy Kong wanted to inspire. And it just so happened that, I mean, every week it was like, I think I went through like 4 or 5 episodes without a single guy, maybe even more.
Is
So
that a complaint? It sounds like you're complaining.
Yeah, no, I'm bragging. I'm not. So, I mean.
I'm being Ivan today. 'Cause I was
Yeah,
not.
exactly. Oh, yeah, we miss Ivan. Ivan is having, I think, a one-on-one with his, you know, with somebody. But yeah, we miss you, Ivan, and we talked about his birthday coming. But no, it's so one after another, we had Cindy, we had Mindy, we had, you know, just Han, we had all kinds of these leaders coming up. And I wasn't making it up, but if you look at the, you know, the whole amount or the people at chapter leadership, it just happened to be that way. I mean, there's maybe 10 guys, right? Can you name more than 10 chapter presidents right now that are men? Let's see how good Brian is.
Yeah.
Let's see, number one.
Oh, that could be.
Number one is Chris.
Okay, Chris Led, number one, right?
Okay.
And then who else?
Dan King.
Dan King.
Okay, Dan King.
Okay.
Justin Wong. Oh, Justin Wong. Yeah.
Justin Wong, 3 Greater East Bay.
Okay.
Jordan.
I don't know, missed out a man.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan what?
Jordan Knight.
Jordan Knight.
What's on the block? What are you gonna
Yeah,
say?
so Jordan Lee from Jordan Lee
Jordan Lee.
From
Uh-huh.
Oregon.
Oregon, so-
Yes,
All right,
yes.
we're only 40% there.
Miguel.
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 Wow, okay,
San
Miguel
Antonio.
from. no,
Oh,
he's
they
not
got
San Antonio.
Miguel.
He is
That's
from
good.
Austin.
That's right, Austin, all right,
Yeah.
5. Come on.
Yeah. Donnie says Lyman.
Oh,
Lyman.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah,
I mean, like
Peninsula.
current, yeah, right? The current.
So-
No, current,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
come on,
current.
Billy. So we only
Okay.
have 5, come on, 5 more
What
men.
about Steve?
What about
Steve,
Arizona? Who's
That's a
Arizona?
great
Greater
common name.
Phoenix.
Steve
Steve
Wade?
Way,
Yeah.
Steve Way, look at
Steve
Steve
Wade.
Way.
Yeah.
Steve Wade, your buddy.
Steve,
That's
Steve the
your
right way. You have to
twin,
say the
Brian.
full name.
I
Steve,
mean,
Steve the
literally, he was
right
on
way.
our show and he and Brian are the tallest people in REA, except for that one super lanky dude in Greater East Bay, I can't remember his name. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, the
yeah.
dancer, the dancer.
Yeah, the guy that's like 9 feet tall.
Right.
Anyway, but he's on a chapter, right? Okay, so we got 6 only, 4 more guys, come on.
Oh, one in Manhattan. I forgot his name.
Manhattan.
He's a white guy.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes, there you go.
Wow, white guy, Greg Christensen, you were named the white
Yes, in
guy.
Manhattan.
Yeah.
That's right, so all right.
Yeah.
Hey, I did make a
All
reservation
right.
for patio
A few more?
dining.
Great description.
A few more, come on, we got 3 more to go.
Positions or titles
Yes,
or
yes.
anything.
All
How
right,
about Lee in Hawaii?
wow, there you go, Abe, good
Hey.
call, all right,
Is
Abe.
Ike
There you go, Ike.
Ike,
All
yeah,
right.
Ike.
One more. just
There's
to
actually
check it out.
Sam, the person that
Peter.
did it from New Jersey, right? You said.
Well, that's Kyle,
that's
and then
10.
also there's another gentleman, John Pan,
John
from,
Penn.
I think he's
Oh.
New York, east of Brooklyn.
Right, and then you have Toronto, you said also.
Yeah.
There you go.
See?
So I'm not, no, there are, it's just, it's hard to remember, but,
Right.
okay, so we only got about 12, right? There's 43 chapter presidents.
Right, right.
So
So your point, Charles?
we could all, so the point is, Amy, you guys did a great job in leadership and.
Great job, Amy.
Yeah, keep it
Wong.
coming. I think that was her mission, right, to empower more women leaders
Yes,
in all
yes,
positions, and,
Yes,
you know, I don't know how she planned it, she had to plan this like a year or two in advance, right?
right.
Yeah, maybe that's what she did. You discouraged all the guys from becoming chapter presidents.
Good work,
You
Amy.
do
Good
that.
job.
Yeah, maybe she inserted a lot of drama in each chapter and the man like, "Ah, I'm not doing this."
You're making this into a drama now.
Oh,
Let's
sorry.
keep it, let's keep it
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
all right. Well,
drama free.
yeah, so Cindy, you are president of the LA Coastal Chapter, and you're probably one of the 4, you know, chapter leaders that actively do TikTok. You're considered you're even younger than a millennial, right? So, or
I
something.
am a millennial.
Okay, she is a millennial, and you know, we did have a millennial national Angie for a while, and no, so how has your experience been now that, you know, because we interviewed several months before, right? And you were just starting out. Here you are, and I think looking from social media, you're just on it now, you know, I mean, you're with it, you're kind of, the Kool-Aid's, you know, down the hatch and in the ocean long ago. So, you know, tell us about how's it been going?
AREAA wise, business wise, or?
Yeah, just anything, your experience in leading.
All of the above.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been fun for sure. We've done a lot of community outreach, so that has been very rewarding to be given that platform and inspire and encourage other people to give back. So that has been good so far this year. I mean, I'm glad that at least for my presidency, half of it has been slowly getting back into in-person,
Right,
because
right.
I didn't know a lot of people. I actually wasn't even supposed to be president this year.
Well, no one is ever supposed to be president.
That's half the people. That's half the people, Cindy.
Hey, I want to be president.
I
And those
think-
are the people you want to avoid. Like,
Yeah. I think Charles said the same thing when he became the president.
There's always been a level of trickery or, you know, something associated with becoming
Right.
president, like, oh, let's get Cindy, we'll just trick her in there like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, so I was secretary, someone else was supposed to be the president this year, they stepped down, and then I got trapped.
Wow, trapped.
Got promoted.
Oh,
You got
great.
promoted. Move
And
to the
so,
penthouse.
you know, it's definitely been a big adjustment, but I'm grateful because I love my board. We actually don't have drama, and we
Great
all
job.
are happy to be a part of it, and I think it's more so because we've managed to have a balance. I think like I personally realize like my board this is a volunteer position. So it's like we can only put so much into it without, you know, investing in our current businesses and our, you know, having a balance between our work, AREAA, and our other life. And so I think that's the reason why we've been able to maintain, because I'm not burning anybody out with the amount of things that we're doing. But other than that, real estate business, so recruiting is still going well. I'm still managing 3 locations.
Wow.
Long Beach, Torrance, and Downey, and then I sell on the side. So I've been able to, in the last like 7 months, help 4 homeowners. So I feel like that's not bad. I don't know. I know everybody else is like,
Yeah, but you got 2 other jobs. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's tough. You know, real estate is almost impossible to do part-time. I mean, to really be active in the market and do a good job. I mean, if you have to like learn, if you forgot how to log into CRMLS or, you know, the thing, that's what happens. Or then you forget, oh shoot, what did you put on this form, or you missed it? I mean, it's gonna be a constant battle. So thank you so much.
and 3 of the 4 are Asian first-time homeowners.
There you
So
go.
that is-
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3
Didn't you have a
AREAA
campaign
sold.
like that before about
Yeah, it was, we had.
AREAA sold?
That's right, we had a campaign because we wanted to know how many people does AREAA put into homeownership? And do the math, let's say we have 17,000 members or so at large, let's say 10,000 are fairly active. And let's say out of the 10,000 members, whether it be in lending or in real estate, maybe even if you go down to a low average of 6 deals a year, right? So 6 times 10,000 is what? 6,000, right? And so you got 6,000 deals happening divided by 365. Anyone got a calculator?
Do it in your head.
All right. I'm only half Asian, Brian. I'm only half Asian.
We'll give you an extra minute. Go ahead.
Faster.
16.
What's that?
16.4.
Anybody go to UCLA?
Yeah.
All right.
So
let's-
16.4. All right. So divide that by 8.
All right.
So he knows, at least know how to use the tool.
2.054.
All right, so 2.054 per hour that an AREAA member sells a house or does a transaction,
Wow.
hopefully to an API. That's on the conservative side. This year at 6,
Right.
yeah, that might be a little, especially on the lenders. Some of these lenders are cranking all kinds of stuff. So like, in a way, you could probably figure almost every few minutes, you know, there's a deal closing because of an AREAA member. And
Wow.
I thought that was like a pretty powerful, important thing, because when you're trying to get sponsorship, when you're trying to promote AREAA, and what the first thing they would ask you is, well, how many Asian homeowners did you help? Can you count? You know, that's the whole drag, right? But we're typically helping practitioners and then they help the end user, right? We're a little different to where we're a trade organization.
Right.
We're trying to help realtors and then the realtors help the Asian homeowners. But it's always interesting to see how our members do. And so that was that whole campaign, AREAA sold.
So are you saying that you're asking, are you bringing this back, Charles, and saying that for all the members that are part of AREAA, if you are selling a home and you're helping the API community, hashtag AREAA sold?
Why not,
Are you
right?
starting this?
For sure.
We did that 2 years ago and we kind of, it caught everyone by storm because everyone thought we were doing some talent show and we turned it into a PSA. Largely because I couldn't get the board to do anything and just out here do this.
Well, it was legendary shows that you guys put up, including the Tetris, right?
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
body stocks,
Right.
we won't go there.
Right.
It's on YouTube somewhere. But no, I thought it was important to bring up that, you know, when you guys do sell a home and you're doing a selfie and saying, oh, we just put our buyers in the home. Well,
Yeah.
if you're an AREAA member, rock
AREAA
that
sold.
too, you know, why not, right? It's not like I gotta get my broker's permission to say AREAA sold on. I mean, come
Yeah.
on, just be proud that you're a member of AREAA and that you're helping, you know, the API community. But hey, this show is more all about, you know, kudos to all the chapter leaders that it's turned out to be. And, you know, Miguel Benavides was one of the more memorable shows because we found out that he had a Dungeons and Dragons fetish. And we really brought that out. We bring out a lot of interesting fetishes. You know, Cindy had a kind of a cosplay fetish that we brought out. Well, not really, but yeah. You had, remember you had all kinds of pictures of you in like costumes, you know, so we kind of went the cosplay.
Costume fetish.
Oh, I mean, you're definitely making it sound weirder than it is, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure you just found photos of me on like Halloween, so.
I had like 3 or 4 Halloween seasons for working, so. No, but it was fun as hell, way. So anything new that you guys see coming up in our relation now that we're back to live events? We might have had a little hiccup, right? I mean, the Delta thing's going on or whatever, but
We have
as you know-
Liza in the show, we have Tracy in the show.
yeah, Tracy Lee, of course, she's the first industrial real estate broker on the show, and I was so happy. So we kind of, you know, played off that a little bit. But
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're dealing with the Delta and we're planning the Super Summit, which is going to be on September 29th.
Tell us more about that.
So Los Angeles, Greater Los Angeles area, we're planning to have a 1,000 plus member event, 30 vendor tables plus. And what we believe is the way to go about it is just to go strong. We're going to promote it really hard. And despite what happens, if things do go sour and the rules change and we do have to shut down the event, at least we're going to have 2 big pushes. So no matter what, I think the right thing to do, we think the right thing to do is to go about it brave, promote the event. So despite, you know, Delta, whatever you guys, events anyone is promoting, I'd say just go strong. And if the rules change, the rules change. At least you have 2 chances to promote the event. So That's something new that's happening with us. Despite Delta.
Chris, is that gonna be at the famous Intercontinental?
It will be at the Intercontinentals, and everybody's involved, invited. Everyone hopefully will be involved, and it'll be
When
free
is it?
for all.
Yeah, so
September 29th.
And I
Yeah.
hear you have a lot of people just flying in just for that.
Yeah. So we'll have
Wow.
room blocks, right? So, but what's better than anything is the party that we have after the event, the dinner that we get to have together. So make sure you come by. We'll have some Korean barbecue and soju.
See,
So he
Charles?
wants to
Oh, no.
then we all get COVID and then we won't be able to go to national.
Oh, no.
We love LA Coastal.
Hey, but the closest one,
Promoting, go
yeah,
ahead.
but the closest one is OC, everyone, August 25th, right around the corner, come to OC.
That's right.
OC luxury event at JW.
Where
brand
is
new
the OC? Where's the
hotel.
OC? What's the OC?
The real Orange
Orlando
The
County.
real Orange County,
Real Orange
Disneyland, JW Marriott Hotel, August 25th, everybody.
Why should they
I'll be
come?
there.
Is it
Go.
just
Yeah.
another event, a couple hundred people? What's going on?
I'm signed
It's
up.
a designated luxury event that
Wow,
we,
okay.
you
It's
know.
an annual signature
I'll be
event.
there.
Tell us more, come on.
Yes, yes.
I'll be
yes.
there.
The who's who will be there. If you want to learn more about, if you're currently in luxury real estate, that's
Yeah.
great. But if you want to learn more about it, we're gonna have none other than the famous Randy Char, who's gonna facilitate a
Wow.
world-class speaker panel. And of course, after the
Special
event,
island too.
Ivan will be there. And we'll have a rooftop after party for Mixer as well. So we do it big here in Orange County and of course in GLA as well in LA. Please come and check us out. And again, day by day, right? I think we anticipate to, follow the health and safety codes that's going on with COVID. Stay safe out there. And I know Cindy was joking when she said that, but then on a serious note, we want to make sure that everyone get to the national convention as well.
Washington,
Yeah.
some whole family from Houston is gonna be on the show too.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay. So
Washington
we
Hole, the House of Hole show,
Yeah.
they're gonna come to the, the event,
got-
and also Paper Tiger Crew.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Paper
yeah.
Tigers, yeah.
Actually, let's give a quick shout out
Yeah,
on
to Bob Tran
Yeah, and
and
the
Paper
whole
Tigers.
team.
Yeah, we heard it's now on Netflix.
they're ranked number 7 on Netflix right
Yeah.
now. So please, if you guys can
Yeah.
continue to help, quick shout out to Seattle where everything all kind of started. So,
Right.
just like a quick summary is that Bao had a chance to, and their team had a chance to actually sell that film to like a major studio in Hollywood, but he did not agree to the terms and didn't want to change the cast and so forth. So I think what's amazing is that he chose, what was important to him and made sure that the film was delivered in the way that he and the team worked on versus having a corporate, dictate and then choosing money, right? So I think that's really kind of motivating and hopefully you guys can continue to support Bao.
Right, and I always talked about, and I said, in the past, you've had Asian projects come up and maybe they haven't been the most incredible things. But you just want to get behind it because it's Asian and you're helping someone. But thank you, Bob, for not making a film that doesn't suck, right? Thank you. It's actually a great film that you get behind, not just
Yeah.
getting behind it because
Right.
you're doing it. No, it's because it's really good. Rotten Tomatoes, it got like a 99% score or something, and
I think it was 99.999.
right, and how many times have you met the Paper Tiger? Frank?
Oh, quite a bit. We actually started by having lunch with them, right?
That's
in Rhode
right.
Island.
Yeah.
Larry was with us.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, those guys are eating pretty good lately.
They got like a
Hanging around
20-pound
with Aria.
lobster in Boston.
Every
What's that about?
Lobster, they have lobster in San Diego Valley,
Right.
oysters here.
I
I'm
know,
telling you guys,
Thomas
they're
Mead there,
good, man.
tomahawk steak.
Holy
Yeah,
moly.
yeah.
No, they're doing good, but yeah, I think I've seen them now 6 or 7 times, in groups, and I would always catch the beginning or the end and the middle, so I finally got to see the whole film all the way through, but it really is a great film, and there were it got edgy, they didn't, whatever you want to call it, PC or whatever, they just did what they felt like it was right and done with, and they took actors and they used Asian actors. Remember the studios go, oh, you need
Right.
the gringo guy to be in this one or that one.
Which bingo?
I don't know, it's some sort of, snack or something. you get
What's
from
Howley?
Frito-Lay,
Right.
What's
Yeah.
Howley?
Yeah.
Putti, anyway, white, I think, who knows? But yeah, that's a great thing to get behind, and I hear there might be one in San Antonio later this month that they're working on. So it's still going, and what a great way to get behind it, and we're glad that, and we hope that AREAA is, kind of help them reach a little bit more
Absolutely. I want to
success.
give a quick shout out to Quay Dang in Seattle and Jennifer Wen and the whole crew
There you go,
because
Jennifer Wen, yeah.
and Justin Kim because it was through them that Bao Tran got introduced, and now like everybody in AREAA, I think more and more chapters hopefully will continue to support, and we look forward to part 2. Maybe Nari and Charles will be there fighting off some bad people or Mindy. Yeah, we're volunteers, right?
Yeah, so hey,
Yeah.
and before we conclude, we're coming up at the top of the hour, but Chica Mori, you had one of the more memorable because, we went to a great Houston gala in person,
Yes,
over almost,
yes.
what, 500 people there?
Yes.
We went to Dallas, over 600 people there.
Oh my.
People there, great in-person events, but some
Right.
chapters didn't have the luxury or the luck to have it in person, and back in 2020, they had to go virtual. And one of the more memorable ones was Chica's, remember when they had the
Right.
story of the, what is it? The,
Karate Kid.
Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Hey, Chica, can you talk for a second?
Yes, hi.
Yes,
Hi.
Yeah, that was very interesting because we didn't know what to do. We were thinking about hybrid or total online installation, and then we just came up with let's make a movie.
Wow.
So we make a movie out of Karate Kid, and we actually went to the real pond in January. It was like muddy and cold.
She got pushed in the water.
Oh, you got pushed in the water?
No.
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice. Oh, wow.
What happened? Did Andy go, oh, we gotta do it again? It wasn't
Take
that
two,
good.
take
Yeah.
two.
Oh my
Right, take 2, yeah. So, but that was a lot of fun. I would never do that unless it was for COVID. So.
I remember you guys were working on I remember you guys were planning and we're gonna have this in-person one at Hakone or some sort of gardens like that in Saratoga. And then COVID hit and all that went straight out the window and it had to go, virtual. And
Right through Bento.
but I think a lot of chapters embraced that. I remember the very first one, I believe it was Ventura County and also San Antonio had their virtual events immediately. Some were only 10 minutes long, some were an hour, but everyone was adjusting.
Everyone was doing it. Yeah.
And in the end, a lot of people went to just video and, we'll never forget those days, right? When we're sitting in front of a Zoom, the videos like herky jerky but that was just the way it was,
Right.
But now that we're opening up to real live events, time to hit something. Anything coming up, Chica, in Silicon Valley? Anytime?
Yes, we haven't announced it yet, but we are going to have a Top Golf event at the end of this month.
Oh, yeah.
So if you guys want to come out, just let us know.
Yeah, no, Top Golf is, we went there with the Paper Tigers actually in the Silicon Valley one.
Right.
What a cool concept, that sounds like
I'm
something
surprised they
Asians
don't
can.
have one here.
I
I
know,
heard that they
we
were gonna
were-
put one in Ontario.
Yeah, they are, I
but-
saw
Golf,
it.
Okay.
It's
coming
built,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, but in
Charles
Orange
can
County,
make
they
that
should
drive.
totally, maybe they don't
Yeah.
have the space. for
Maybe
it.
I'm gonna talk to the Westminster Mall, convert that into Top Golf.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should.
Anybody else that we haven't heard of from Zoom here? Let's see, we've got Johnny. Esther Charles also had an amazing film / event.
Hey,
with
Esther.
the Installation. Let's see if we get Esther on. If not, let's see.
How about Liza? I saw Liza and
Oh,
Tracy.
Liza's on here?
Liza and Tracy there.
She might be actually on. How about Yen? Yen, can we hear from you?
Yen?
regarding the San
Yeah,
Antonio chat?
Lyman is also here.
Let's see if Yen will come on.
Hi,
Hi, Yen.
hi, I'm unpacking. That's why I'm hiding behind the screen.
Well, tell us what's going on in San Antonio. I hear you're working on a possible Paper Tigers event. there.
Yeah, we have this debate when we're gonna have it. I think we're gonna have try to have this Paper Tiger event with Dallas and Houston together.
Oh, that's a good idea, yeah.
So yes, still, so the crew can come over and stop by at the other city too. I heard 21st and then 28th. I don't have the final the date yet because we have to coordinate with the other two cities chapters. So everything's still in the air right now.
Okay,
Sounds
well,
fun.
we've been to Texas how many times, Brian and Mindy?
Never been there.
And never been there,
Never been
and
there.
Brian said this
I mean,
time for you to come.
between us three, we've spent how many hours at the Houston
Oh
airport?
my God, the
Probably
airport.
about 40, you know?
I don't know. We sent out a search party because
Yeah.
people were missing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I guess Houston doesn't want you guys to leave.
Yeah, so
That's
that's why we
right.
gotta go to San
That's
Antonio,
right.
or we gotta go to Austin, right?
Right.
All right, yeah, well, thanks for the update. Let's see, one more person, maybe Esther could say something about the amazing Tri-County chapter.
Ooh,
Yeah, come on, Tri-County, hey,
Where is Tri-County?
His chapter is
Esther.
membership.
yeah, who's Chris? We don't know who Chris is.
President on the show,
Yeah, no,
raise your
no, no.
hand.
So anyway, all right.
How about Mindy? We haven't really heard from Mindy
So
today.
we'll get to Mindy. Well, all right, so OC chapter, anything else besides, well, you have the amazing lunch
Yeah,
event coming up,
yeah,
right?
where did
What's
you
Taste
that?
of Aria is coming up too.
Taste of
Housing
Aria.
Summit.
oh,
Former chapter of the year, not that long ago,
Yeah,
under
yeah.
this
A few
guy,
years
the
ago.
Sequins,
A
yeah.
few years ago.
Yeah, and of
Yeah.
course, Greater Los Angeles, we also have, of course,
Absolutely.
Tran here from LA Coastal. But hey, we are coming up, we're already just past the top of the hour, and you know, Narhee, all good things must come to an end at one point, right?
that's so bittersweet. Yes, it is.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Narhee. Thank you, Charles.
I have a question from the audience for Charles.
And
Ooh.
Yeah, so first off, thank you very much, Charles and Narhee, for doing this for 52 weeks. I don't know how you guys did it, but you guys did an amazing job. I think it evolved itself, and then ultimately, thank you for inviting us today to be your guest. But the question that everybody has, Charles is like trying to avoid me. I'm looking at him.
He's looking at
Is
no eye
I
contact.
only pay for the 1 hour Zoom thing. so it's gonna
what's
come.
next, Charles, is what everybody wants
Yeah,
to know.
exactly.
After
Well,
this
what's
show, are you
next
going
is-
on vacation? Are you going to Disneyland? What are you gonna do
Yeah,
after
well,
this?
How you
Yeah.
gonna celebrate?
Well, the thing is, we're all gonna go probably, you know, have a lot of soju and.
Lobster
We're
pasta.
gonna do.
Don't change the menu, lobster
But
pasta.
it's actually, we're gonna start a show called Legends of Aria, and we're really just gonna try to interview in person and kind of figure it out. We may do like a Netflix style where we
Hall of
follow.
Famers.
We're gonna follow 3 separate chapters, one small in the beginning, one in the middle, and one kind of a big established chapter. And go through the trials and tribulations of a whole year's worth of, you know, starting from putting up banners, you know, before an event to all the board meeting, you know, squabbles on how to do an event. All the stuff that the chapter leaders go through that you just don't know about,
I
and how much
know.
hard work
Charles
that
still
they
does
do.
it.
No name works.
It sounds like a
No name
Netflix
works.
drama show for
You
some
guys
reason,
should've
Charles.
It is, yeah, drama for
Responsible.
sure. Behind the scenes.
We should have recorded a behind the scenes of before
Oh my
this when
God.
Brian.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my
Oh, yes.
And then Charles is bite the wire
There's
like
like
2,000
2,000 wires in this
Well,
place.
Yeah, and then Chris is
Running
running
to
over
the
the
video
store
store.
and get the
So
wire.
this could be
Oh
the
my
show
God.
before this show.
Yeah.
So yeah. But Narhee, great job. You look great. Thank you everyone
Yes,
for
thank you,
joining.
Narhee.
We miss
Thank
you
you,
all.
Narhee.
Thank you.
For,
Thank you,
doing all
Charles.
that you
Thank
do.
you, the audience
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing.
AUX News.
Amazing.
All right.
amazing.
All right.
Well, anyway, thanks again
Yep.
for joining us here on this recap show. Narhee, any last words?
Come to Tara.
Don't cry, don't cry.
Yes.
What?
Choose Tower Escrow for your escrow
Yeah,
needs
no, we're
with
talking,
Narhee.
you have
Oh,
the, you have the last word. Narhee.
my shameless plugs, huh?
Hey.
I've done 52 episodes, but I'm still so not used to the Zoom, as you all can see. I always still get nervous, and I cannot wait to be back in person. But I do thank all of the Escrow Tuesday fans, all of you guys out there on the Facebook, and for you guys in the studio, all my heartfelt thank yous. And it wouldn't have been a show without you guys. And thank you for giving us your time, even though it was 40 minutes or half an hour, and all your crazy stories. I still remember all of them, and your millennial memes, Cindy, and your flips, Chris, and you know, yeah, your flip show, and then Mindy and Brian. You guys are always there behind the scenes to help us and help AREAA. So thank you, AREAA, and thank you, Charles, for all your hard, you know, efforts and behind the scenes. I know you've worked all these things, from the technical difficulties to making it all savvy, because I'm not good at that. And I'm just here to be your supporting actress or actor, whatever.
Narhee, you're the inspiration for this show, and we're just happy to have covered most of you guys. And you know, let's challenge somebody else to come up with 52 episodes.
There you go.
Raise her hand. We have M&M show, Mindy's Monday show.
Bring the show.
Bring the sign, bring the sign. Bring the sign.
All right, you guys, hey, thank you very much again for joining us. And hey, a last goodbye, and stay tuned. Everything about that shirt and who's on it, and AREAA Legends show coming to you soon.
Yes.
All right, you guys, peace out.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.